Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Rain World Saint file and possibly finishing it today. So last recording session, I was a bit harsh on this whole Rubicon area. Granted, I was already frustrated by the time I got to it a little bit. And I wanted to say that I have thought about it, and I feel like maybe I was a bit too harsh. I will say that I do respect what they are going for here in terms of having this be an epic final battle to, like, get rid of the cycle once and for all and get rid of the people who are perpetuating it. I think that is extremely admirable, I guess, to want to tell that kind of story. And I think the way it is portrayed is done decently well. I'm gonna wait here since I can afford to wait here since the water doesn't go this far. The other thing I will say, however, is that I still don't think I like having creatures just because inconvenient and stuff like that. But more than that, I think with a like level head and stuff like that, one of the what the heck? One of the problems that I have with this ending is that I feel like it kind of conflicts with everything that has come before it. Like, up to this point, I feel like Rain World has been, or Saint in particular, I should say. Saint has been all about, like, the desolation and kind of, like, the falling of the world. So let's just get over here and try to avoid all of that. Oh boy. And let's get out of here. Never mind. So I kind of liked the fact that it was kind of less creatures, even though there were still quite a few creatures, especially in Subterranean, my goodness. But I think that in general, this campaign was all about like the loneliness and the desolation of the world officially kind of like falling apart in a sense. And here it's like the exact opposite of that. Like there's so many creatures. There's all of this big, grand stuff. And it still could have felt big and grand while still holding on to that like desolation and loneliness. But I feel like in the effort to create this like epic anime boss battle, which, let's calling a spade, that is what this is. This is like an epic anime boss battle of Saint versus the forces of evil. Or not necessarily evil, but just like Saint versus the Cycle. I feel like some of that desolation and loneliness and like coldness of the world, no pun intended, was like lost in translation between everything that came before and everything happening now. Okay, I have a new strategy, I think, that I'm going to try out. So theoretically, with all of these lizards falling, I should be able to, like, doink and then head back up. And there shouldn't be, unless the white lizards can somehow get up here, I should be safe up here. Okay, the white lizards can get up here. Oh, and you can get up here too? What the heck? Well, that just sucks. That just sucks. The big one. Also, I do not know. I haven't finished editing the last recording session as of recording this. So I actually don't know how much progress I've made in terms of how many echo or how many ancient beings I've ascended. It is still only my assumption that there are as many ancient beings as there are echoes, and if that's the case, I imagine I'm like halfway done. But like, that's just a guess, and I don't know. Who knows how this will end up going. This one's hard. Those white lizards are really inconvenient. Maybe it would be beneficial to just like move out of the way and then like ascend all of them. So let me just like move out of the way. Let me ascend you. Let me recharge. All right, let me move down. Oh, that's not good. Shoot. Oh, I'm like running out of energy really fast. Okay, something tells me I'm gonna use this to like try to take my opportunity to recharge since they seem to be stuck. The other guy seems to be stuck as well, but I'll only have like a single... Oh no. And then let me get you. And then let me just chill here for a hot second. That's pleasant to listen to. Everyone's glitching out here. But yeah, I definitely had last recording session. I think I almost certainly had like a crash out. I was not happy with how things went. I mean, well, a crash out for my standards, which was probably relatively tame compared to other famous internet crash outs. But, yeah. Let me just deal with you. Get back up here. Let's recharge a bit. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, like I said at the end of last recording session, since now that I actually know what they're going for, I did want to give it some thought. And I think overall, it's fine. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm actually gonna go, like, up and out of here. Because this way, the save is more convenient. So I'm gonna wait until I'm fully charged. And then head back. And then afterwards, because that's a circle. I also really hope that the game, like, but I don't know if I finished my thought. But yeah, it's fine. Like, it's now that I understand better what they're going for, I can see the vision. I still don't know if it necessarily works. But I see it. I see the path. Does my timer charge faster as I'm like in front of these? That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, let's just sleep here again to save that I did that. Great. Now that dude is saved. We never have to redo that again. And then let's go ahead and go to the left. Because I don't know what's to the left. So now let's go to the left. I don't know if there will be anything here. Here, let's go ahead and recharge. I swear, if a Miros Vulture comes, I'm gonna be mad. Well, meh. I don't know. Oh, to give my thought that I was going to say before giving my other thought before, I hope that the game, like, automatically ends after I ascend the last one. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to end the game if it doesn't end the game for me. So hopefully they'll be like, I know I might have to like sleep or something to make sure that is like saved that happened. But hopefully it'll be something. Okay, so this is like the wall, kind of. Should I be... Oh, this is not accessible, so I have to go around. Yeah, I have to go around. Interesting. Out of curiosity, is there any, like... Okay, no. There's no farther right that I can travel. Ooh. Underhang. And I have rot. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying to see. I mean, there's bound to be another one. These things don't spawn just one creature. Okay, let's see if I'm right about that. Oh, is it below me? Or if I continue to the left, is it that way? Ah, okay. Okay, no, it is like below me-ish. Hang on, where's that lizard? Nowhere, okay. I better get in here as a way to like hide. Oh, there is a second Squelch McGee. It's far away, but I just heard it. It's like far to my left. Hang on. I wanna get this guy. For food purposes. And maybe that'll attract some. Actually, I can grab some of that right now. Okay, I'm very hesitant. Is the... Who would win that battle? Alright, I need to hurry up and then other way. Okay, no. There we go. Okay. And then just hide and recharge. I can hear another one coming. Shoot. That's worrying. No! No! See, that's so frustrating. But maybe I can plan things out a bit better on my end as well. All right. And let's immediately get rid of that. Ah! So now we might see who wins this battle? Oh, that's terrifying. That's so terrifying. What the heck? Oh, wow. So the Miros bird actually won that battle, but it's like too heavy for it. So many Miros vultures. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Let me... And then let me get back in here. Because I might be able to... Okay, yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, hang on. Let me go down. Oh, that's like really far away. Okay, this is a good, nice little spot that the Miros vulture can't get into. Let me just kablammo. Oh wow, that was like... I didn't expect all of that to come up. So hang on a second. Actually, let me see. Okay, I think that's the dead one. I don't think I have to... I hope I don't have to worry about that at least. Oh, that's a live one. That's not good. I wonder if that's the one that got caught by the Miros vulture originally. Ah, there you are. Nope. Way too many birds. I'm running out of time. Alright, I mean... No! Nope. No. Quickly ascend and then go. And then try to figure out how to get out of here before the cycle ends. Okay, that's not a viable way. Could I find something viable up here? That's not... That's not where I wanted to go. That's where I want to go. Okay. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna hope that it's a shelter. Oh! Does this have the same, please? Okay, cool. Ooh, the world's like warp. Is that what happens? The world's like warping. Okay. So the game hasn't ended yet, which means I still gotta find more. So I just gotta find... There's a Miros vulture. I think. It's hard to tell with all the like fans and stuff whirling and stuff. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Why is the world warping like that? There is something above me. Can't tell what it is, though. Okay, so could go to... Actually, might as well see what's to the left. and then hit up 5 Pebbles. The 5 Pebbles area. Okay. We'll take that under advisement. There could be someone. Oh! No! Get! The controls. The controls are so finicky sometimes. Oh, the world is like... Did you guys see that? There was some, like, screen tearing going on. There's still some screen tearing going on. Ooh, there's a... Ooh, interesting. What is happening right now? Okay, so we've reached 5 Pebbles. Oh, and the music's changed. Oh, this is really cool. I don't want to use up my thing just yet. What is this? Oh! Let me in. Do I have to send you here too? I guess you've already been ascended? Oh. I didn't even realize there was dialogue. Wait, BSM. I don't know if I know who that is. Do you feel it, old friend? 5 Pebbles. The sensation of time folding in on itself, the spiraling offshoot of another's reality wrapping around your own. Oh, BSM must be Moon. None of this is real, is it? Every repeating cycle of our existence unwound and laid bare, a cycle pulled into a tangent with itself. Is this what we were looking for? Have we broken free from it? Or is this just a dream? Was the answer always right there? Does the question mean anything to us now that we are here? Perhaps a resolution was never possible from our original frame of reference. The question wasn't well defined. If we had stumbled upon a correct solution among all of our permutations, we wouldn't have had any hope to distinguish it from the faulty ones, nor do we have a method to reliably test it. We were trying to understand what lies beyond a point of no return, while having yet to pass it. Only those who have seen the other side can know the answers, but by definition, they can never venture back to deliver the knowledge they have gained. Perhaps that is why you need to wake up, little visitor. Oh? I need to wake up. So am I dreaming? Have I been in the void sea this whole time? I wonder if I am getting like the bad ending or something because I did or did not ascend all of the things. The world is warping itself again. Something tells me you can and can't get a, like, maybe you can get a better ending if you ascend all the things. Maybe you can't get a better ending if you ascend all the things. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Ending where it began. Do I still have? No. Still swimming up. Which is interesting because before I was swimming down. Actually. So it's like both beginning, it's like the opposite almost of where it began. But I guess, how does it end? Was I successful? I don't know. Is there such a thing as success and failure in this particular instance? Am I even still alive? Okay, I'm now approaching blackness. So, like, technically, I think I'm exiting the Void Sea. But what will I find at the top? Is this Ascension? My controller just vibrated. I can't tell if I'm moving anymore. Oh, something's happening. Something is getting very loud. Now it's like it looks like the top of a puddle being rained on. What are these things? Are these things going to drag me back down? Man, I sure hope not. Oh. I just ascended. I don't know what that was. Wait, my karma thing is changing. I'm losing all my karma. Have I broken free of the cycle? I can move again. I'm just a bubble now. I have become bubble. I'm becoming an alien. I'm becoming all the creatures. I can't tell what's happening. I'm becoming 2D, even more 2D than I already was. Something has grabbed me. Or maybe I'm just becoming bubble. Am I becoming an echo? Does that mean I failed? I'll just keep going up. I'm still ascending, which is something. And if I've lost all my karma, that suggests that maybe karma is no longer a thing, which means I have broken the cycle. Okay, we've now faded to white, which I don't remember if we faded to white or black before. Oh, I had a breath meter. This song is beautiful. Oh, I am an echo. The cycle, everything comes full circle. Wait, so I didn't break it. That music was very, like, stunning. Very pretty. Okay. Well, that was the end of Saint. I think that ending was worth it. I think that ending was good. I don't know if there's a way to... I don't know if there's more than one ending. By the looks of it, I would need to restart the entire campaign again to try to get that ending. And I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, the commentary of, like, trying to figure out what comes after death when you haven't died yourself, like, that's the age-old question, isn't it? We're constantly trying to figure out what comes after. I feel like it's very risky to look too far into that. Like, trying to look too far into that question. There's only so far you can get. And it can very well, like, drive you insane trying to figure that out. When it comes to Saint, I do think Saint is definitely one of the better campaigns. I think out of all of the Downpour campaigns, Saint was able to most closely capture what Survivor was. And the world was genuinely unique and interesting. The cold mechanic felt new, and it did feel better than the rain because it wasn't like a set timer. And like I said, it captured that feeling of desolation and loneliness and coldness. It was like the same world, but in a different light. All of my problems that I've talked about throughout are more to do with Rain World as a whole, not Saint in particular, I feel like. Although I cannot forget that I did almost quit Saint right off the bat. It was like that episode 0, it was like my Discord who convinced me to keep going because they said the campaign meant a lot to them. And thank you to the people who have been watching, and thank you to the people who have been patient with me as I've struggled through this. I am glad that I kept... I'm glad that I continued. But I think it is, like, it's time for Rain World to end. And in terms of an epilogue, this was a good one. Like, honestly, I think this could have served as like its own DLC epilogue. And then Watcher could have been like its own separate game entirely, maybe. I haven't played Watcher, so I wouldn't know. I also do apologize for how mad I got in the last recording session. This game has a way of making me much more frustrated than usual. And as much as I think it somewhat conflicts with everything that had come before it, I respect what they were going for, and I also think that the meeting of Five Pebbles and Looks to the Moon was a nice way of ending it. It is poetic in a way that, like, cycle didn't end. In fact, really quick, I think I am going to look up if there's multiple endings for Saint. Okay. So according to Reddit, I didn't see anything about another ending. I guess there are multiple interpretations. I saw one person say like because you tried to ascend the void worm, quote unquote, the void like kicked you out and turned you back and turned your echo back into a living being. But another person said that it was Saint like chose to return and help other living beings ascend because the thing that Five Fellows and Looks to the Moon were talking about, the age old question of and the age old unsolvable problem of trying to figure out what's on the other side before having reached the other side. Saint has reached the other side and came back. So that is something. I killed two centipedes. Oh yeah, because I ate them when I was and that made me sick. That was me experimenting. Okay. A ranking of 2,514. 11 hours. I died 59 times. Holy crap. So, yeah, so Saint was able to return to the living world and now he has ascended and returned. So now he has the answer. Despite my frustrations and despite my problems I had with the campaign, especially at the beginning, I think this might be the second best campaign besides Survivor. And like I said, I do think this could have been an experience on its own. I don't think this needed to be bundled with Downpour. I think that this could have been released as its own DLC expansion, like an epilogue. And then yeah, Watcher could have been like its own like Rain World 2. Speaking of Watcher, I don't plan on playing it for probably a very long time. I know that might disappoint some people, but I think after Saint, I'm like all Rain Worlded out. I'm officially like I have gone as far as I want to go. And I think back to the things that I said when I first finished Survivor when people were asking me to play the Downpour campaigns. And I always said like I made no promises. I would check them out and if it ended up being too hard, I would not play them. That like turned into like I knew a lot of people wanted to see this series. And there was throughout the series up and down, but a lot of pressure to keep the series going. Man, this is like the end of an era because like Rain World has given me so much in terms of the channel. And I don't want to take that for granted. Like the current community that I have, the Discord, the like growth that the channel saw, most of that was because of Rain World. And throughout that time, we've had so many ups and downs with this game. And it's been like hanging over my head for like 2 years now. Over that, I started in what, December 2023? Yeah, over 2 years. I don't know. Part of me wishes I had stopped at Survivor still feel like I captured lightning in a bottle with that Let's Play. It was the perfect blend of blind and wonder and joy and frustration and all of the things that came with that. And then I think just like the more I played the other campaigns, the more that tedium set in, the more that pressure set in. And also, like, there were times where, like, I don't know if I can say that I was able to experience Rain World organically because I did it as a Let's Play. And there were people who wanted to see me do specific things. I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have enjoyed it more. Both from like a Let's Play standpoint and from a my own standpoint. I am glad I did it. Like, I don't know. If I had been playing this on my own, would I have played the Downpour campaigns? Probably not. I am glad I got to experience them. I'm very glad for the people that I was able to meet through Rain World. I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now. In a way, it kind of feels like it's been my own cycle because yeah, even when I was taking breaks from Rain World, it still felt like it was hanging over my head. And I knew that people wanted me to keep playing it, and I knew that people wanted me to enjoy it, but in a way, I almost felt like guilty that I couldn't enjoy it exactly in the way people wanted me to, or that no other campaign after Survivor was really able to live up to Survivor in terms of, not in terms of like how I saw the campaigns, but in terms of the Let's Plays, how other people saw the Let's Plays. I don't think any of the other campaigns Let's Plays really lived up to Survivor's Let's Play. And that sucks. And even now, I hate being so negative, but Brain World has, like I said, made me feel a lot of feelings. But I did always come back to it. I never abandoned it. I guess I just wish I could have enjoyed it more on my own terms without that pressure. And I wish it just wasn't as tedious. Because, yeah, like, that tedium is a hard thing to get over. Like, I feel like everyone has their threshold of, like, okay, this grind and this repetitiveness and the randomness of some elements, there's a line that everyone has where it like can cross from fun to tedious, and from like I'm enjoying this because I know it's part of the experience to I'm aware it's a part of the experience but I'm not enjoying myself. And I think I crossed that line maybe somewhere in Artificer. I don't know. But I've been overly negative. So let me talk about some positives now. There is no game that does what Rain World does. I am glad I was able to experience it for the sheer uniqueness of it, for the vibes that it brought, for the challenge that, yeah, even for the challenge that it gave. Being a part of the ecosystem and having to adapt and having to find everything on your own. Not a lot of games would be up for taking those risks that Rain World does. It presents you with a lot of friction, and it doesn't care whether you're able to overcome it or not. But I did overcome it, and I think it was worth it. both for the experience and for the real life things that I gained. A new community, new friends. I think, or rather, I don't think I will end up reviewing this game after all. At least not anytime soon. I feel like my feelings are too complicated. I feel like I have a lot of external biases from the fact that this is a Let's Play. I'd want to sort out what is the like what my own feelings are versus what my feelings toward just the game is versus what my feelings are towards my experience of it being a Let's Play. Because, like I said, there were ups and downs. There were some really kind comments and some really like good people that I met through this. And there were a few comments that like I won't go into detail, but there was one comment in particular that I got like way back that really played into that really affected, I should say, my want to continue the game or continue with the other campaigns. I won't say what that comment was because I don't want to call out anyone in particular. Um, and like I said, it was a while back, so it is what it is. But those feelings are like that is something that I will need to try to like separate from the game if I ever want to properly review it. I feel like, and there are other factors that can go into it as well, like the time in my life that I am. Like maybe I would have enjoyed Rain World more if I had just played Survivor and then picked up the other campaigns like 5 years later or something like that. I'll have to figure out what I want to do with Watcher. Because technically, while Watcher's unfinished, there's a chance Rain World might still hang over my head to some degree. And I don't like that. I would really prefer it to not be there anymore. But we'll see. But regardless, this was Saint. And this was a very unique and, in the end, a worthwhile experience, I think. Please feel free to let me know what you thought of this Let's Play in the comments below. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts on my Downpour journey. Whether you're someone who has stuck with me since the Survivor days, or if you're someone who has just now found this Let's Play through Saint, feel free to let me know what your thoughts are. A big thank you to everyone. I wish I had time to list you all by name, but there would be too many names to name, and I'm worried I would forget some people. But to those of you who have commented on these videos, letting me know your thoughts, to those of you who have stuck with me since Survivor and have become part of my community, to those of you who have just lurked and been here silently experiencing this game with me, thank you. A big thank you to everyone in my Discord for supporting me and cheering me on and encouraging me to continue. And actually, there are a few specific people that I do want to shout out, I think. So the first person I want to shout out is Chive, who joined my community during the Survivor days and encouraged me to make the Discord, and was just extremely supportive, and one of the first members of what would become my community. So thank you to Chive for being a part of the formation of what we have today. A big thank you to Wolf Ska, who, when I was debating whether or not to continue Saint, like after session 0, I was like, would people be mad if I didn't continue Saint? And I was serious about not continuing it. Like I was like, I am this close to just calling it here. I'm not enjoying myself. And Wolfska sent me a DM that was very passionate about how Saint affected him. And as much as that didn't exactly help with like the pressure of everything, it did play a role in my decision to continue, because seeing that passion, it like that's one of the reasons why I like playing these games, is seeing the passion from the community come through. So thank you to Wolfska for convincing me to continue. Big thank you to Falk in the Discord. When I was having trouble in like Five Pebbles and Shaded and Garbage Waste and trying to figure out where to go and stuff like that, Falk actually offered to like be a guide, and she actually offered to join me in the campaign and kind of like lead me the rest of the way through it. And it meant a lot that someone would be willing to do that to try to help me enjoy the campaign more. Because, yeah, my Discord was trying to figure out ways to help alleviate the tedium and help me enjoy it more. And, yeah, Falk suggested, number one, turning on DevTools, and number two, she suggested being like my guide through the rest of the campaign. And while I ultimately ended up not taking her up on that offer, because I did want to see like if I could make my way through naturally, like I said, it meant a lot that that was even offered, and that people would be okay with me doing that. So yeah, thank you, Falk. And that's like more like, yeah, that's also just indicative of like my community as a whole. Like my community has been so supportive throughout all of this, and you guys who have like talked to me in the Discord and convinced me to keep going, and offered suggestions, and just was supporting me the whole way. Thank you all. And the last person I want to shout out in particular is Aurora in the comments, because I had made a comment in one of my Saint videos that I was like, I don't even know if a lot of people who started this are even here anymore. And I had remembered Aurora saying that Saint was their favorite. And yeah, I knew that Saint meant a lot to a few people. And but yeah, I wasn't sure if anyone beside like I knew my like community had stuck around, but I figured that a lot of the people, like the vast majority of people who had joined me for Survivor initially, had all kind of like trickled out. by the time I got to this last campaign. But I like voiced that in one of my videos, and in the comments, Aurora said that they were still here, and uh, they were just like excited to see the campaign continue. So thank you, Aurora. I did not forget that you had said that Saint was your favorite, and your comment saying that you were still here genuinely warmed my heart and gave me a little extra boost of motivation to see this through to the end. And also, thank you to Koi and Nettie for being such good friends and for letting me talk about Rain World when I needed to, whether it was me seeing something cool or asking for advice or needing to rant about things. Just thank you to both of you for the support you have shown me. I know Nettie won't see this because she's currently playing through Saint and won't want to be spoiled. I know that Koi might see this. But yeah. Thank you to both of you for being such good friends. And I'm extremely glad that this game was able to bring us together. And so, yeah. Thank you to my community. Thank you to everyone. And like I said, I don't know when Watcher's going to be, but for now, this is the end of Rain World. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the start of a new file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. It feels weird to do my normal call to action. I don't know if people typically watch this far. Maybe when I start my outro, people have clicked off the video already. But I don't know. It feels weird to tell people to subscribe and stuff in a moment like this when I'm feeling like this. I don't know if people even like when I do that. It's just my outro that I've gotten used to doing. But regardless, no matter if you decide to subscribe or not, no matter if you leave a like or comment, in the end, thank you for being here. And I will see you next time. Wow. That's really something. That's beautiful. Oh, and it says statistics. I can't go back in unless I restart the game. So yeah. Thanks for joining me on this journey. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.